Welcome back to the video blog. Adam Daniel Mezei here, adamdanielmezei.com or pmdforhire.com. Just a quick note to let everybody know that I'm going to be attending the Toronto International Film Festival from September the 9th to September the 19th. I'll be an industry delegate there. If anybody's got an independent film that you need some PMDing for, some producing, marketing, and distribution, I'm your guy. I'll be there. I'm offering my services up to filmmakers who are trying to get some traction and branding for their films over in Toronto. Just a quick note, Toronto is my hometown, so if you need some networking and contacts, I know the city like the back of my hand, and I might be somebody that you want to get in touch with. I will have a local cell phone number. I am available from my website, just to let you know. It's info@pmdforhire.com. Now, as for the video blog, I make no secrets of my friends online. Somebody who I have a lot of respect for, whose videos are exceptionally well done, and whose delivery is pretty much outstanding, is Vincent Ferrari. Now, I don't always agree with the way that Vinny presents his ideas, and he does have a very forceful way of delivering his opinions, but that's perfectly fine. I'd just as soon have somebody like Vinny who's quite intent on presenting his opinions in a very forthright manner as opposed to somebody who's more on the flaky tip. Number 232 was a video blog where Vinny talks about how people at his office are pretty much content with being ignorant. That's right, ignorant about some of the things that go on in his office. Vinny's an IT guy, so somebody comes in and asks his department for some assistance with a particular technical issue, and they'll come in and they'll kind of just sort of, shake their hands and shrug their shoulders and go, well, I don't know. I mean, it's computers. I don't know about that stuff. That's your department. Why don't you let me know how to do it? And he kind of finds that astounding that people are quite content being ignorant and how they don't really go out there in a world where the answers are pretty much at their disposal, how they're quite content not knowing how to go and fix something. And I kind of let that sit, and I played with that over the last couple of days because he did that particular episode a few days ago. And I thought to myself, this has a really, really strong application to the DIY, DIWO, and DIFY movements. Do it yourself, do it with others, do it for yourself. And how that applies to our industry, the independent film industry, is in terms of how filmmakers don't treat their film like a business. They treat it like a piece of art. And how they don't really want to get to know about things that are on the more businessy side. And I'll name some of the areas where I think filmmakers really, really fail. And I think my colleagues in the industry would readily agree with me. For instance, budgets. Filmmakers have no idea how to read budgets, how to draft budgets, how to do projections, how to actually analyze the numbers, how to watch their expenditures. In a world of independent film where filmmakers play the triplicate role of writer, director, producer, budgeting is a critical skill. But more important than that are avenues how to sell your film. Indie filmmakers don't know about fulfillment. They don't even know what that means. They don't even know the first place to go to get fulfillment. Fulfillment is basically how you sell merchandise for your film, spin-off products, for example, like mugs and t-shirts, DVDs, and extended product lines. They have no idea how to do that. They don't know how percentages are taken. They don't know how to sign contracts. They don't know how to read contracts. They don't know how to get legal advice. They don't know how to basically defend their interests. They don't know how to protect their rights to make sure that they're not being exploited improperly. Things like that. Filmmakers have to know that stuff. I'm sorry, the days of being ignorant on those levels are simply no longer at your disposal. Another way that independent filmmakers basically don't know how to run the show is in film festival submissions. I get inquiries all day long by independent filmmakers asking me, which film festival should I submit to? Did you know that I blasted all of the film festivals with my short or my independent film or my doc and none of them accepted me? There's a strategy how to submit to film festivals. Honestly, there is. You've got to know how to do it with a delicacy, and also submitting to marquee film festivals like Toronto, Venice, the Berlinale, or Cannes. Film festivals like that, you got to be very, very careful how you do it, because double submissions will deep six your chances. You really want to know how to do that? There's a great book. It's called The Guerrilla Filmmaker's Pocketbook. Sorry, Chris and Judy and Andrew and Genevieve. The Guerrilla Filmmaker's Pocketbook. And you want to know where to find it? Right here, the production office. Go to Guerrilla Film, 1R. Go and have a look at the section. I think her name is Susan Cohen. She's an expert at film festival submissions. Bone up on stuff like that. Don't be ignorant. The sources are out there. They're readily out there. I mean, I just think about buying books. If you invest 25 bucks in a book, for example, on how to submit to film festivals or how to write budgets, it might be an outdated book when you buy it, but think about the amount of time that you invest in other nonsense. If you only get, let's say, 15 pages of inspiration from a book that costs you 25 bucks, you break it down. How much do you have to get paid by the hour if you're, let's say, working a side job to help finance your film? I don't know, you probably make, anywhere between 12 and 15 bucks an hour. So basically it's 2 hours of your time to save you days and months of hassle. Just things like that. The sources are out there and they're readily available. Don't go, the business, I don't know about that. I don't know. I just care about making the films. Filmmaking is both a business and an art. Thank you to Zach Forsman yesterday who corrected me on my Facebook fan page for PMD for Hire. Thank you for correcting me. It's both a business and an art, but it is most definitely a business, and it is your responsibility and incumbent upon you, independent filmmakers, to not be ignorant and not to find that as a state of bliss. That's my word of the day. That's what I had to say. Get smart. Get shoddy. My name is Adam Daniel Mezei again, PMD for Hire. Thank you so much for listening. And as always, from Prague in the Czech Republic, I wish for you many, many good things.